Hey, what's going on, everyone? What's going on to all of the trap watchers out there? Shout out in the chat. Let me know where you guys are watching the live stream from. Today is the last day of July 31st, 2021, and we are here to be on the lookout to pay attention to see what the market is going to do so that we can be in position and win in this space. This is what we're all about. This is an opportunity for us to converse with our community for some other projects, some other stocks, some other products that they may be interested in. So if today is your first time ever seeing our video and our content, we always want to make sure that we plug you all in on liking the video, sharing the video, also subscribing here to the channel. And as well, if you guys want to participate with us throughout our live stream, you guys can always come through and you can join us right here on these two perks. Right now, the perk that you need to follow, if you guys want us to pay attention to some other cryptocurrencies, some other stocks, you need to join our artisan member perk, right? Which is down here. It's only $4.99 a month. This is called a lookout. This is what we're doing right now. When we come live, we make sure that we all collaborate and see where the price is going to go on any particular stock or product that you may be interested in, right? That's only $4.99 a month. If you guys just want to support us, if you guys appreciate the content that we are creating, you can follow us right up here with our apprentice perk. It's only $1.99 a month. You guys can see right here, you get the loyalty badge, and as well as these custom emojis that we've created because we want to teach everyone and give everyone the opportunity to call the market without actually deploying any real resources, i.e. money, into the stock market or cryptocurrency space. All right. So now I also want to say, let me do a shout out to Roger Atkinson and John Freak. Thank you all for coming in and participating and joining our community. Definitely want to say thank you all to joining our team. Hopefully you can continue to learn as much as possible, garnering from price and price alone in regards to where the market is going to go. So I just want to say a huge shout out to those individuals for joining our community. All right. So now let me show you all, before I get into these stocks and cryptocurrencies, let me show you all the person of whom we are going against, the one that we need to be on the lookout for. All right. And he's right there. That is the trap. He is the one that is dictating price movement. So you may not understand, or this might be your first time even seeing that particular notion that someone is saying that there's actually one coordinator who is pushing the prices in these stocks, in these cryptocurrencies. That is him right there. We needed to put a face to that individual, and he's right there. We call him the trap because he's literally lurking around in the cryptocurrency markets, in the stock market, trying to place us in some very bad positions. Now, if you understand how to interpret prices and volume, you can actually understand what his next move is going to be, and you can actually win against him. This is why we're on YouTube, to ensure that we create a community to go against what he's trying to do. He is our enemy. He is our opponent. And we need to realize that to make sure that we always try to be in position and win. Okay. So we got about six stocks. Not six. We got about 6 products that we're going to look at right now. 2 of them are in stocks and the other 4 are in cryptocurrency. So now, if you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you guys tap that thumbs up button. Way before we get started, I want to make sure that everyone appreciate the content that we are creating here on this particular platform. We got 21 people right now watching the live and only 8 likes. Make sure you tap that thumbs up button while I go ahead and look at these charts. All right. So now let's break this down real quick. Okay. The first market that we are going to look at today is going to be Digital Turbine. The ticker symbol is APPS. All right. Now, first things first, we need to make sure that we zoom out of these price charts to see where the market has been, so we could get understanding as where we will be going next. Okay. So you guys can see right here in Digital Turbine that the market has been in a pretty good uptrend. No doubts about it. The market in Digital Turbine has literally broken out to the upside. Okay. Which is fantastic because from our perspective, from our viewpoint, we could care less about what the market is currently moving because we can make money whether the price goes higher. Even if the price goes down, we can still win in this space. Okay. So right now, the chart is in an upward trend. So automatically we need to be thinking under that same premise that the price is still going to go higher. And when we switch, when we see anything different that's outside of that notion, then we now understand that we may need to change our thinking. Okay, so take a look. When I zoom in closer into Digital Turbine, we can see that this price has been on a decrease. It has been decreasing in value, right? All the way from March 2nd, 2021 to today's current day, we are in a downtrend. We are. Okay. Long term, the trend is higher. Why? Because this trend hasn't been broken to the downside right here. We've tested the trend, but the long-term trend is still higher in price movements so far. So looking at that, long term, we're still good. But near term, when you take it from like March to today, we're in a downtrend. So it's all about time preference. Okay. So now seeing how we are ending the month of July right here, I want us to look at the chart on the monthly perspective. Okay. Now take a look. The month of June, we've seen the price in Digital Turbine actually go high in price, but the month of July, we saw the market come right back down on higher volume than what we've seen for June. So what is going on? If the market truly was bullish, if the market really wanted to go higher, we would have seen that this month, but we didn't. So it kind of lets us know that the price in Digital Turbine is still vying to keep its price above that ascending line. It's in jeopardy of being broken though. Look at the market on the 3 weeks time frame. So as of this particular moment, I want to circle to you. Well, let me just show you. I'm going to show you with the arrow. Okay. I want it all to see how many price bars we have on a 3 weekly basis that is giving us weakness, that is giving us stockpile, right? This is the first one. February 16, 2021. We got the same thing here on March the 8th, 2021. Then we got the same type of price bar on March 29, 2021. We got the same type of price bar on June the 1st, 2021. And then we got the same price bar on June 21st, 2021. All of this is indicative of people selling in the market. When you see this much price bars giving us the same type of indication of selling, that tells you that there's a massive amount of market participants selling their shares in Digital Turbine. Why would you want to come in and buy that when you have this much pressure pushing down the value of Digital Turbine? Hit that thumbs up button, guys, if you guys haven't hit that yet. All of our trap watchers, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Now let's take a look at the weekly time frame in Digital Turbine. Okay, this is the weekly time frame. Currently, there's more weakness into the market in Digital Turbine than there is strength. Out of the weekly price time frames, this is the only one that we've seen the market give us strength, right? So like I told you earlier, it's all about your time preference. We can still see the price in Digital Turbine go higher, right? But the long-term view, the downtrend is definitely dominating this market. Okay, you guys can all see that. So we need to be careful in regards to the price in Digital Turbine from a long-term perspective. Let's look at this market in Digital Turbine on a 3-day. You guys can see it right here on the 3-day time frame, that this market is trying to maintain that ascending line. That's the only thing that's keeping this price up. That is the only thing, and everyone sees the same type of information. So in order for us to really see price sustain its movement higher, we cannot let that price break that ascending line. And it's been trying. The market has been trying to break that trend, but there's enough buyers so far that's keeping this price sustained. Okay, so let's look at this on a 2-day time frame then. So right now here on the 2-day time frame, I really don't see a lot. You know, I'm not really too bullish. I'm not really too bearish into the market in Digital Turbine. I still see that the market is wanting to go higher in price, but I'm not convinced that it will actually go higher in price. What I mean by that is that, yeah, we can see the price in Digital Turbine or apps go higher, but it might just go to $68, $72, right? So when I'll put a price prediction on that, let's say we are expecting the price in Digital Turbine to go higher. So $68, that's only 8.34% to 72. 14.5, right? You can play that, but first things first, don't be in that play for a long time, okay? Because long term, we are in a downtrend into the market in Digital Turbine. On the 3-month time frame, you guys can still see the picture. We're still in a downtrend the further out in time we go. But when you move this over to an hourly to a daily perspective, yeah, we can see the market go higher, but only up to like $72, okay? And as of right now, given how the long-term perspective in Digital Turbine is giving us weakness, I would have to play the weakness in that sense as well too, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that all is lost. The only thing is that, or what I'm trying to tell you is that that ascending line is going to be in jeopardy of being broken, okay? So what I'm going to do here into the market in Digital Turbine is we're going to play the weakness. Now I'm seeing 60 to around like $56 as being that area of support. So let me bring that on the chart. $60 will be the first price level. So that's about 4.65%. Down to 56 will be around what, 10% movement to the downside. Not a lot, but it's decent. Pretty much the same way that we can see the market price in Digital Turbine go higher. Now I want you all to see this too. Look at this. Expect some price volatility to happen either before or after this earnings report right here, August the 12th, 2021. So I'm suspecting that the trap is going to try to consolidate this market until we get closer to that day. And that's when he's going to really play on the market and try to move this stock. Okay. So expect this price to be traded around this ascending line because he's trying to put people into a mind frame of indecision. Like they don't know where the market is going to go. But when we look at the chart, we've already got an idea that he's trying to lower this price, right? Again, the chart is not lying to us, okay? For us to see on a 5-weekly price bar basis, for us to see only one price bar to where the price went higher, and now the follow through is one going back down. Yeah, this market in apps is weak, right? We're still seeing that weakness. So from the long-term perspective, yeah, I'm going to play the weakness into the market in Digital Turbine. Okay. Now looking at this from a 5-week perspective, and given the spread of this current 5-weekly price bar, I wouldn't be surprised to see this market try to come down here towards 50 in that time frame from a 5-weekly basis, right? So now we're going to play the weakness into the market there. Bring this over. We're going to watch this on a daily time frame, okay? Now my areas of restriction, in order for this play to continue, the price in Digital Turbine cannot break above like $70, okay? In order for that market to really give us continued weakness. It might even come up here a little bit higher, like towards 72. So I'll be cool with that as well. But as long as this price in Digital Turbine trades below $72, our expectation is for the market to go lower, okay? So check this out. That's our first one. Okay, we're going to play the weakness on this one here in apps or Digital Turbine. Now again, if you're going to be in the market for a very short time, yeah, you can kind of play some of the strength into the market in Digital Turbine. But our prediction here that we've just placed on this chart is from like a 3 weeks to a 5-week time frame that we're expecting this market to act this way. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. The second one is Ocugen. OCGN is the second stock that we're going to look at. And you guys can see here that we've been covering this stock here on our second YouTube channel before, right? And we got a price prediction here ongoing. And you can tell that the last time we did our price prediction in Ocugen, we haven't received any follow through. What does that mean? It simply means that there's no demand, no interest for this stock. And when you see this type of price action, you got to be prepared to take the other trade. You got to be prepared to take the other side of the market. The expectation was for us to see some follow through in Ocugen, and we haven't received that yet. So let me show you the price in Ocugen on a 3-day time frame. You guys can see it right here too. This price in Ocugen is losing that demand. Nobody wants to buy it. This is what the price chart is showing us. If the market truly was excited for Ocugen to go higher, we would have seen the follow through at least within these last 9 days. And for us to not get that, it shows us that this market in Ocugen is losing that war or that battle. Okay, let's see how we ended out for the month of Ocugen. This is the monthly time frame. This is the 3rd consecutive month that we've seen the price in Ocugen close lower than the previous one. That's not good neither. What about on the 5-weekly time frame? You still see the weakness here too as well. So the market is switching over its perspective in terms of the bullishness that once came through. This market is losing its bullishness. And when you see that, you got to take the opposite trade. Okay. Look at it on the weekly time frame. This market here in Ocugen is still weak. So I'll be the first one to show everyone in our community that, yeah, what we expected to happen on our last price prediction, it didn't go right. It didn't happen, but we can still learn from it, because the trap is trying to tell us that there's no one really interested in buying this particular market right now. So let's take this out. Okay. If we were to get out on yesterday's close, we'll be down 10.79%, and it will happen that way. So check this out. Let's get rid of it. Okay. We're seeing nothing but weakness on the price. And when you see that, you understand where the market is likely going to go. And we already understand that this area here around $7.75 is restriction, or right there around $8. Okay. Now, it's not overly bearish, right? I'm not really telling you all that this market is going to completely plummet in Ocugen. I'm not saying that. But what I am telling you is that this price is still weak, and we need to play on that. We need to play on the weakness. So I'm not going to be overly bearish. I'm just going to bring it down here towards the lows of like $6.25 to like $6 even. Okay. Yeah, XRP, Tiny. Yeah, I think that the settlement between the SEC and XRP is about to come down the pipeline, because the price in XRP has really been maintaining itself. Like, the people who is involved into the market, who understands the dynamics of what is at stake for XRP, they're getting prepared for something. Just saying. So back to Ocugen though. All right, so Ocugen right here. We're going to play weakness, but I'm not extremely weak in the market here neither though, because we've been in a consolidational range in the market in Ocugen for a while. This is crucial though. Okay, I want to tell everyone who has an interest in Ocugen, if we ever see this price break below $6, it's going to be a very substantial movement to the downside. Okay, to the point to where this market can come back down to $5.20, even $4. Okay, just be prepared for that. Now, I'm not looking at that on the chart yet, but we have to be prepared for the long term as well, for that type of expectation. Okay, so right now, yes, we're going to play the weakness into the market in Ocugen. The varying time frames that we've already seen is giving us nothing but weakness as well. Okay, now our areas of TP simply means to take profit. First area would be right there around $6.50. Next area would be back down to $6. Okay, I'll say like $6.30 would be the first area of TP, and then the ultimate area down there around $6. Okay, so that's it right there for Ocugen. All right, so now let's check this out. The next one that we're going to look at into the market is, let me go ahead and save that. It's going to be Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the market in Bitcoin. You guys can see right here, we did a price prediction in Bitcoin. So for us to see the movement that we've garnered over the last couple of days, we shouldn't be surprised. we expected the market in Bitcoin to increase in value, and it's been a great move. This is why we need to make sure we pay attention to price and price only. Bitcoin is very important for a lot of people. And for us to be in position to capitalize on this movement is fantastic. I want to say kudos to everyone who was able to catch this move. Excellent call. Because you could have gotten 10.47% out the market. And even if it were to get out today, it's about 19 3/4. Excellent call right there. So check this out. That's done. That is over. We need to see, can that movement be sustained? Because we've been in a very sustained upward move in Bitcoin over the last couple of days. I mean, take a look at how strong the trend into the market in Bitcoin really is. Just look at that. So we need to pinpoint where would be the area that we can expect the increase in people selling the market in Bitcoin. At what price? Because this cannot be sustained. How strong this trend is in Bitcoin, it cannot be sustained. At some point, the market will sell. And right now, the initial area that I'm seeing is around 44,000, right? What's going on, Sunset Yellow? Next area, let me show you. In Bitcoin, if it's not going to be 44,000, the psychological area is going to be like 45,500 to like 48. Okay. So now let's clean this up a little bit. Okay. Because what the market is showing us is that based off this last recent price movement over the last three-day price bars right here. Let me circle. I want to show you based off what happened during this time frame. It kind of null and voids the price in Bitcoin coming down here to this overall trend. Okay. It nulls and voids this because many people was expecting the market in Bitcoin to come down to $24,000 to $20,000. As of this particular moment, that's not on the chart. That's not being seen yet. So we need to get rid of it. And we need to focus in on the market in Bitcoin really sustaining its price here. This is where the majority of the market participants was willing to purchase Bitcoin. 30,000. Okay. So going forward, this price is going to be very important. So I'm just going to extend it out a little bit further. All right. So now looking at the market in the Bitcoin here, where do you think the restriction is? 5-day time frame. Where do you see it? I see it around 44,000. That's the closest area that we can actually see this price in Bitcoin go. Okay, that would be the next area. I'm seeing it back up here towards like $46,000. Okay, now let's see how we ended the month of July for Bitcoin. Okay, now we got 6 hours left, so keep that in mind. But based off how this monthly price bar looks in Bitcoin, this price is still geared for higher prices. It's just that simple. For us to see the market in Bitcoin start low, bounce off support, and close up here towards the high of the bar, yeah, we still got some higher prices in store for Bitcoin, or at least that would be our prediction. That would be our expectation, would be for the market in Bitcoin to continue to give us that price movement. Take a look at the chart on the 3 weeks time frame. This is definitely showing us that there's not a lot of buyers into the market in Bitcoin yet. So we will continue to play the strength into the market in Bitcoin. It is still there. This is the weekly so far. So now under any bouts of weakness, the price in Bitcoin cannot break below 35,500. Okay, so in this price prediction, we need to ensure that price in Bitcoin does not fall below 35,000. Okay. So now I've told you 45,500 would be where we'd be looking for the market to try to tag out at, or at least see some increases in selling, i.e. trying to push the price back down. Okay. That will have to be our first area of TP into the market in Bitcoin. Now I'm going to look at the market price for Bitcoin right there around 48,000. Okay. Try to top out the market price there. And I'm going to extend out this trend here so we can continue to follow the market, because right now this is restriction in Bitcoin. Okay. Right now, the way the price is trading at, that is restriction. But given how we look on the monthly, on the 5 weeks, on the 3 weeks time frame, that is not going to be sustained. I'm suspecting that the trap is going to break that to the upside. Okay. So that's why I'm going to increase it up there to like 45,500, 45,600 into the market in Bitcoin. Okay. So let me bring this back over, because I want to do this on a daily time frame so we can watch the price action on a day-to-day basis. So this is it. This is the play. This is our expectations of what we're expecting the market in Bitcoin to do now. Seeing how that price has been maintained, the strength is still being seen on the varying time frames. So we're going to continue to follow that same type of price action. Okay. 2 areas of TP. First one, right there around $44,000. That's the first area that we would TP or take some of this profit off the table. Ultimately, $45,000, $47,000 would be the next area. Okay. So that's Bitcoin there. Next one that we're going to look at is going to be Litecoin. Okay. Let's take a look at Litecoin to see what that particular market has in store for us. Okay. So this is Litecoin right here. And again, the last video we did in Litecoin, let me zoom in and show you all, was right here on July the 18th, 2021. And we told everyone in that particular video that we was expecting Litecoin to continue to give us some lower price movement. And it did. Right out from the gate, the price in Litecoin did decrease in value, and it came right here to where we told our community on that particular day that we can see the market hold support here. So I'm quite sure I told everyone that we can see this price in Litecoin hold support there and grab some profits out the market right there, which is around 10%. So hopefully you was able to skim off some profitability at that particular moment. You had a short amount of time to do it, 2 days, when the market in Litecoin came and grabbed that support. And since then, price has been higher. So if you wasn't able to grab it in 2 days, 10%, if you were to get out now, you're down around 18, almost 19%. Okay. So now let me take this away. Now, already we've seen Bitcoin's price. Okay. We're still seeing strength into the market in Bitcoin. If we get the same type of action in Litecoin, then it kind of tells you the overall environment of the cryptocurrency space, i.e., the market is still strong. Okay. So look at this, because just like in Bitcoin, Litecoin is in a very strong upward trend. And like I told you in Bitcoin, that cannot be sustained. But at what point would you all expect us to see some restriction in Litecoin? So let me show you that too. So I'm seeing it right here in this vicinity, like $155. Okay. Like $155, $160 for Bitcoin. I mean, not Bitcoin, Litecoin. Okay. So let's hold this line here and let's see. Let's look at the market right here in Litecoin on a 3 weeks basis, because even here, you guys can tell that on this light volume, the price in Litecoin is able to close towards the high of the bar. That is massive. So again, take a look at the price of Litecoin on this environment. The strength is still present. The strength is still available to where you would expect the market price in Litecoin to go higher. Okay. Right there. So it kind of shows us that that price restriction of $155 in Litecoin would not really be a hindrance. It would not play a problem in Litecoin. So what about here around 170? What do you all think about that area as the first point to where we'll see an increase in selling? What do you all think there? Monthly time frame. Litecoin is not as strong as Bitcoin, But for us to see the price closing up here to where we started the month, even where we closed last month on light volume, kind of tells us that, yeah, there really wasn't that much selling going on in Litecoin. Very, very positive to see that there too. Okay. 3 weeks time frame. 5 weeks. So can you guys kind of see how this price is able to sustain itself? And we're not really seeing a lot of bearishness as of this particular moment in Bitcoin, even in Litecoin. We're not seeing it. So we're going to continue to play the strength even in Litecoin situation. Okay. We're still going to play the strength. But as we see this price in Litecoin continue to go higher, we got some areas that we need to come in and grab the bag. First area would be right there. Like I told you earlier, around $153, $155. That's the first area to grab some of that loot. Then the second area is going to be ultimately like 165 to 170. Okay. So that's still like 18% profitability price movement in Litecoin. So under any bouts of weakness, as long as price in Litecoin maintains itself above 120, we are going to continue to keep our prediction on this chart, i.e. expecting the market to go higher in price. It's just that easy, it's just that simple. Okay. Because one thing I want you to realize is that price does not lie. And when you are trying to get somewhere, you leave tracks behind that we can actually utilize and use to our benefit and play against the trap. So yeah, we're going to play the strength here in the market in Litecoin. 2 areas of taking profit. First one, 155. Second area is around like 165, 170. Okay. So now let me take this away. And this is the play right here. Okay. Let me bring this right there. So now, that was Bitcoin. We did Bitcoin. We did Litecoin. And both of those markets, we're still seeing indication that the market wants to go higher for the cryptocurrency space. So pretty much these next 2 cryptocurrencies, if we're still seeing strength on these 2 markets that we're about to do now, it kind of lets us know that we're going to see this price continue to go higher overall for the majority of altcoins in this space. All right, so let's take a look at this third cryptocurrency, which is RUNE. Okay, let's see if this RUNE is available on TradingView. Okay, it is a crypto DeFi, right, on Binance. Let's check it out, see what the market is giving us. Okay, take a look. The volume has been increasing substantially over the last couple of days in RUNE right here, starting July 21st, 24th on these 3-day price bars. So all of this is indicative of people buying the market in RUNE right there around $4 to $3. That is where support is, because all that volume has propped up the price. Just that easy. All right. So now, first things first. We have been in a very sustained downtrend in RUNE. Okay, cool. But recently, based off this high volume, it tells us that the market has grabbed support. Okay. So support into the market in RUNE is right there around $3, which is fantastic for us to see because it's going to prop up the price. So long term, as long as the price maintains $3, we understand where we're going to go. Let me show you all the price in RUNE on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Now, where do you think restriction will be? We got support at $3. At what point will we expect to see restriction or increase in selling? I got you. You're a part of our community. Let me show you. Right here is the first area. Okay. And we already hit it today. The market in RUNE already got rejected on to where we would expect to see our first area of restriction. Okay. So if we still see strength in the market in RUNE on a monthly basis, then we understand that $6 to $7 is not going to be a problem. Now look at this. What do you see on the monthly chart? Climactic volume. The price in RUNE haven't seen this volume ever since it started trading on Binance. And then from a monthly perspective, let's not get it twisted. The trend is still higher. Charts don't lie, right? The market in RUNE has confirmed that the overall trend is still in play for the long term. Okay, so we got that. So if you're looking at this from a longer purview, further out in time, then yeah, the market has confirmed that the trend is still intact. Okay. Now let me take this back over to the hourly time frame first, because the concern is, okay, there is weakness coming into the market right now. So would you come into the market and buy it now if we already understand that the weakness is present, or should you wait? Because right here, the price in RUNE has to maintain this price around $5.35. Price cannot break below that. So in this particular situation, jumping onto the boat right now, I wouldn't, because we got to see how low this price is going to go. And it's either going to be like $5.90 to $5.50. Okay. You can see a little bit better here on the 2-hour time frame that the market weakness is still present in RUNE. Three-day time frame, same thing. Now I like the fact that it was able to crack its restriction around $5. So any price movement going forward in RUNE, we need to allow that price to maintain itself above $5. Okay. So seeing how we're getting increases in stockpile on this current 3-day price bar, yeah, you need to be careful. I'm gonna keep it real with everyone in our community. Got to be careful. All right. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. So this is the weekly time frame in RUNE. So far it's decent. I mean, so far so good. We've seen so far last week the same amount of volume, very small spread compared to this current week, and that is indicative of people buying the market in RUNE. Now, are we free selling now that we can see the price in RUNE go higher? I'm not really too convinced, right? Based off what I have seen on these price charts, these time frames, I think the market may have already topped out so far in RUNE. We might got a little bit higher to go, but not far, like $7 to $8 maybe, but then that's probably about it. Okay, I'm not really too amped or gassed to see the price in RUNE go higher. Okay, so now what we're going to do, even though we're not truly bullish into the market in in RUNE, we're still going to play the strength. But I need to put a caveat here for this particular market in RUNE. Okay, first, $5 needs to be maintained as support. Okay, next, be prepared to see selling right there around $7. We have to be prepared to see the market get rejected right there around $7. So we'll have to take some profit off the table there. You have to be prepared to let the market go and get out the way once that weakness comes in. Now I'm going to bring it up here towards $8. That's the ultimate area of restriction. But again, I really need to explain to everyone in our community, you have to be careful on this particular play, because a lot of the run has already occurred into the market in RUNE. Okay, so this is it. We're still going to play the strength, albeit I'm not extremely bullish as I am like in Bitcoin and in Litecoin as of this moment. Okay, so now let's take a look at this last one. Okay, the last one that I'm going to look at for today, and I'm gonna give you your time back, is going to be Zilliqa. Okay, oh, hold on. Let me take it back over to the daily. Make sure we get this right. Okay. So now check this out. We got 24 likes and only, we got 36 people watching the live right now, only 24 likes. Make sure, if y'all appreciate the nuggets that we are dropping, the information that we are creating for you all, hit that thumbs up button. So now let's move on to the last one. Like I told you, it's going to be Zilliqa. All right, so this is Zilliqa right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you all what we talked about on our last video on Zilliqa, and we played the strength at that particular time. So let's do this as a teachable moment. Let's use this time as a way that we can learn in the space for Zilliqa. Okay, now let me see. Last time we did our price prediction in Zilliqa was right here on June the 17th. We told everyone in our community that we was going to play the strength into the market, and out from the gate, the weakness continued, right? So automatically, from when we created this price prediction, we expected that the price was going to try to be maintained in Zilliqa, right? We had our support right there around 9 cents. We did. So right there, I'm going to show you that the market wanted to hold price above $9, because if it didn't, we wouldn't have gotten this type of trading right there on June the 20th. So even though 2 days into our price prediction, the market in Zilliqa dropped in price, the third day, June the 20th, you guys can see it. We try to go back up above and maintain support above $9. I mean, not $9, 9 cents. Okay, you can see that. So it told us on that particular day that, okay, cool. Yeah, the market was dropping the last 2 days, but this third day kind of gave us a little more breath that the market's going to try again to try to bounce off the support area of 9 cents and go higher. But that didn't happen. Look at this. Boom. The next day, June 21st, 2021, the market completely went down 24, almost 25%. That right there told us that our prediction was wrong automatically right there. Okay. So we would have gotten out on that particular day because we understood that the dynamics of Zilliqa is not strong anymore, that there's mostly weakness involved in this market. So we would have gotten out right there. That's about 30% though. Now, of course, look at today. The market in Zilliqa has brought or increased its price from June 21st. So either 32%, if you were to get out now, it's 23.5. But either way, the price prediction that we had did not go right. And when you see these type of things go against your original prediction, you got to be prepared to either cut it, or like so many other people do, they become long-term holders and hoping and wishing that the price in Zilliqa will come back up. Okay, so now check this out. We appreciate all the information that the trap gives us because we are always on the lookout of what he is doing. So cool. We had our first area support in Zilliqa around 9 cents, but take a look. He has given us a lot of information. Boom, boom, boom. Even all the way back here from the beginning of the year, he has told us that this is where the market price is going to be supported right there. Again, we want to thank him for his services because he's out in this market creating this for us so that we can have a heads up as to where the market is going to go. We thank him for his service. So check this out. All right. So that's support. So just like all the other cryptocurrencies we've done so far, Bitcoin, Litecoin, RUNE, Zilliqa is not the exception. This is the support. As long as the price in Zilliqa holds 6 cents, we understand that we're going to consolidate at best and that there is an increase to see the market in Zilliqa go higher. Boom. Just that easy, just that simple. I just don't understand why people make this so complicated. All right, so check this out. We got support. Where do you think would be the price that we would see increases in stockpile or selling increase? Where do you think selling will increase in the market for Zilliqa? Are you saying 10 cents? Because that's what I'm seeing it too. Okay. So now, while we see this price in Zilliqa go higher, we have to be prepared for us to see increases in selling. These are the two areas that I'm seeing. First one, 0.091, back up here towards 10 cents. 0.091 is the first area that I would expect the market to get some rejection to try to push down the price. Ultimately 10 cents. Okay. So 3-day time frame. Charts don't lie. All this volume in Zilliqa came in on this 3-day price bar, right? When you see this, your expectation automatically needs to switch over to, okay, the market is getting weak. That's the first thing you need to think of. So when you have the follow through, when your follow through in the market in Zilliqa is not that, it's not weakness, but instead the price went higher instead, that tells us that the market bought it up. That tells us that the people who are interested in this particular market was willing to buy all of the selling that occurred on that previous 3-day price bar. There's no trickery involved. If you just understand what it means, you can actually win in this space and predict prices. And since then, even on its current 3-day price bar, the market in Zilliqa is still trending higher. So there's still bullishness here in this market in Zilliqa as well. Let's look at the monthly. So again, albeit it's not as strong as Bitcoin, because when you look at Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, the market definitely is getting us a little bit more demand and interest. But for us to start out the month of July hitting and holding support at 6 cents to where we're now starting back to where we started at the beginning of the month, lets us know that, yeah, there really wasn't that much selling involved into the market in Zilliqa. So at anything, if you're going to get anything out of this live stream today, is that the bearishness that we saw enter the cryptocurrency space back in April and May, it is subsiding. So right now, the outcome that I'm seeing on the chart is for the market to maintain this consolidation of trading. That's the best outcome that we can get. No, the best outcome would be for us to continue to see these prices go higher. But lesser than that would be for us to consolidate. Okay. I'm not seeing that massive bearishness that we saw in the market in the cryptocurrency space over the last 2 months. I'm just not seeing that. So looking at it here, okay, we got a day and 7 hours left. The last completed 5 weekly price bar, right, was emphatically weak. Okay. I don't care what anyone tells you. That is weakness right there. And then take a look. This is the current 5 weekly price bar. If the market truly was weak, do you think we would have maintained price above 6 cents? And then on top of that, would you expect us to be closing above the previous close? No, you wouldn't. So for us to see that lets us know that there's a lot of demand in Zilliqa at these prices. Okay, right there. So and then another thing, the trend is still intact in Zilliqa. Okay, we haven't came down and touched it though. But for us to still be trading above that overall long-term trend is still a positive sign too. All right. Three weeks time frame. Yeah, I still like it too. Okay. So all in all, what we're going to do into the market in Zilliqa as well is we're going to play the strength. Now, I told you 0.091 will be the first point that we would expect the selling to come in to try to push down the price. So that will give us what? About 10%. Okay, profitability right there. Smooth, cool, 10%. Next will be up there towards 9 cents, 10 cents. Okay, that's about 21% profitability into the market right there. It's just that simple, just that easy. While everyone is out trying to confuse you, while everyone out is trying to pump you up into thinking that these cryptocurrencies are going to shoot up to the moon, we're not that type of people. We're going to be more realistic in terms of where we're looking for the price to go. So that's Zilliqa right there. So now, I definitely would like for the market in Zilliqa to hold price above 7 cents. That will give us a little bit more confidence that the price is going to go higher and hit that 10-cent price level right there. And that's it, right? Everyone else is out there confusing you. They're trying to show you stochastics. They're trying to show you MACDs and trying to combine it all together and give you some astronomical number. They're trying to read the Sagittarius and the Little Dipper and the stars and the moon is shining to the left when it should have been shining to the right. And they're trying to make you feel as if that means that the market for the cryptocurrency space is going to go. It's like, come on. It's not that hard and it's not that difficult. The markets are only created for us to make money. Everyone who is in the cryptocurrency space is trying to make money. And sometimes some people are acting very devious and trying to be very deceitful and trying to get you to act a certain way. Just pay attention to the price. That's the only thing that cannot be deceiving, is the price. That's why we only pay attention to it. Now, if you want your entertainment, yeah, cool. Watch everybody, read the articles, but don't take it as the gospel. The only gospel when it comes to the market is the price. And the price chart is the Bible. The price chart is the place to get the truth. And don't place none of those technical indicators on it, because once you do that, you begin to infect the truth. The cleaner your chart looks, the more truthful you are. The more true the market is going to act for you. Okay, so that's it. I'm done. So far, let me recap. Generally, the cryptocurrency space is still giving us some instances that the market is going to go higher, but we placed not that much bullishness in this space, right? Yeah, we're playing the strength, but we're not overly bullish. We got some points that I talked about on this video to where we would need to take the bag. Be prepared for that. And then from that point on, we should be able to come back through and run another prediction to see where we're looking for the price to go. And for the stock market, digital turbine, yeah, I'm still playing the weakness on that one for the long term, but you might see some instances to where the market will increase on a day-to-day basis, but long term the market looks weak there. And then lastly, Ocugen, we're playing the weakness on that one too, albeit I don't see a lot of weakness on that market. And that's it. I'm gonna give you a time back. Again, we definitely want to say thank you to everyone in our community, to everyone who values our content, because we wanted to give you a different viewpoint that is less confusing and less complicated. So we definitely appreciate you all joining our team. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you all do that before you go, and make sure you follow us. Join us, because we're not going to pull your leg. We're going to give you the most accurate depiction as to where we believe price is going to go. Hopefully you learned something. So that's it. Make sure you always maintain a profitability. And again, trade different. And we'll see you all again on the next one. All right.